Now you signed the Americans for Prosperity No Climate Change Tax Pledge, and you've also signed the Healthcare Repeal It Pledge. Specifically, we've already discussed the idea of repeal on the healthcare bill, but on the No Climate Tax Pledge, why did you sign that?
I think that whatever one thinks about climate change, whether you think it's happening, whether you think it's being caused by humans or by natural causes or some combination, I think that the climate tax, the carbon tax proposal is one that will have severe consequences economically and is aimed at a goal that's not going to be achieved. The goal is to reduce carbon emissions to a level that will start to cause the growth of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to reduce over some specified period of time. And I think it's just unrealistic to believe that we're actually going to achieve that. So, for the reason that India and China and most other so-called developing or growing economies around the world are not going to do it. It just isn't going to happen. And so what that means is Americans will be paying vastly higher prices for energy to achieve a purpose that's not going to be achieved on a global basis. So the better approach to me is to look at what's happening, track the atmospheric changes and climate changes, whatever they are, and then be prepared to react and to adapt, because that's really the only practical solution, I think. So it's a combination of it being a bad policy that we're pursuing, but also the costs of doing it are going to be enormous. And part of the objective here is to raise the cost of carbon-based fuels so that alternative energy sources can compete, and somebody's got to pay. That means that all energy in the country the cost of it goes up significantly.
Now, playing devil's advocate again, you talk about monitoring the atmospheric changes and reacting to them. Your opponents or adherents to the idea of global warming may say that by then it'll be too late.
Well, I just think that the projections that are being made are based upon models that project out for hundreds of years, and I think there's a fair amount of chutzpah in thinking that we can predict that sort of distance out. If you look at the historic climate changes, as best we can understand them from glacial records and other measures, tree rings and so forth, there's been pretty dramatic fluctuations in the Earth's climate, and the Earth has survived. It's just changed, but it's changed over relatively slow periods of time, and humans have demonstrated a very significant capacity for adaptation, and we're going to be even better at it now with all the technology and so forth we have. So I think, sure, we might get hit by an asteroid. There's a chance of that. It's pretty small, but I don't think that means we expend every resource we have to build an asteroid shield around the Earth at the expense of